Hi all, Shushant Raika here. In this video, I'll be demonstrating the automation of the use case using the RPA tool from Softomotive called Win Automation. We have considered the use case of quotation request from the user. In this use case, the user requests for the quotation from the e-commerce site and that particular email is sent to the site admin with all the product details and quantity. And the role of the admin is to process the email and retrieve the wholesale and retail rate according to the product catalog which is in the local MySQL database. Over here we are providing with a conditioning: if the quantity of the products requested is greater than 2, then the total price is determined to be the wholesale price multiplied by the quantity, or if the quantity of the product request is lesser than 2, then the total price will be the retail price multiplied by the quantity. Then the admin should be able to send a structured email to the sender of the request. The idea behind this use case is to make the whole process of the admin managed by a bot, which is built in Softomotive Win Automation. All the features like retrieving, processing, and sending an email, looping, condition, retrieval of data from the database, various functions like trim, split, replace, file management, writing the data into the doc file. All these features will be covered in this particular use case. Now I'll give a walkthrough on the whole process if it is done manually. We have created an e-commerce application using WordPress, and we have created a custom plugin called as request for quote. So as you can see on the screen, these are the different products that we have added, and there is a button called as add to quote. Means if the user want to request a quote, means all they can do is just hover over the product name and click on add to quote. So I'll be adding this flying ninja to the quote, and over here you can update the quantities, means how many quantities you need. And if you need to add more products, I'll add one more product called Happy Ninja, and you can update the quantity of that also. And all you need to do is click on the update list, and then you will be filling up the request form. Here you will be providing with the name, email address, and if there are any comments that need to be added, you can fill in. And then you will be clicking on the request to quote button, and then the email will be sent to an admin with the request. Now we'll be logging into the admin email console, and over here if we refresh, we will be able to see the request from the sender. In this email, we will be getting the product details like product name and quantity. And using this product name and quantity, all we need to do is validate for its rates from the product catalog, which is a local MySQL database. We have created a table called as product in our local MySQL database with 4 columns, that is ID, product name, wholesale rate, and retail rate. And using the product name, we will be fetching the retail and the wholesale rate and calculate the grand total and savings for the same. Now, if we consider our first product, that is Flying Ninja, the wholesale rate of that is 12 and the retail rate is 15. And if we follow our email, then the quantity of that Flying Ninja is 4. So now if we need to find the total cost, all we need to do is multiply the wholesale rate with the quantity. As the quantity is greater than 2, then we will be considering the wholesale rate. And the total savings, if we need to calculate, all we need to do is the total saving is nothing but the total retail rate minus the wholesale rate. That would be the saving. So if we do a small math using a calculator, it will be something like 12 multiplied by 4, that is 48, will be our total cost, and the total saving will be 12 over there. And now if we consider our second product, that is Happy Ninja, as per the request form, the retail rate of that is 35 and the wholesale rate is 31 and the quantity is 5. And in the similar way as we calculated the total cost and saving, we will do the same for this. So the total cost of that particular product is 155 and the saving is 12. And now the grand total will be sum of the total price, and the grand savings will be the sum of the total savings. Then the grand total is 203 and total saving is $32. Using all this information, we will be filling up the email template to send to the sender of the request. So all we need to fill is the product name, quantity, total price, and saving, means whatever we have calculated. And at the welcome note, we will be placing the sender's name, and we will be having the grand total and saving. And then using the same template, we will be sending an email to the sender. So if we go back to our admin email, there we will be having a sender's information, the sender email address. So we will be sending an email to that particular email address. To process one small request, it will take minimum of 5 minutes if we do it manually. What if we have got thousands of requests to process? For this reason, we have automated the whole process of admin using Win Automation, which will take just 3 seconds to process one request and send an email to the sender of the request. And this will work on a scheduler which processes every 5 minutes and works 24/7. We have created a bot using Win Automation which comprises all the logic which is applied for our use case. We have dragged in all the required features like retrieving email, looping, functions like split, trim, replace, file management, tracking the progress using logs, and we have written the custom VB script, and we have pulled in the action to send an email, etc. All we need to do is select the particular bot and click on the run button. I'm using this feature for the demo purpose only, but in real time, these bots are triggered by the schedulers. So before executing, let me mark the email from the admin panel to unread, as it will process all the unread email. So now if we click on the start button, that is run, the bot will start executing. Execution of the bot completes in 6 seconds for a request which was taking 5 minutes to process. Let's check the email which is sent to a sender of the request. So it has all the details as I mentioned earlier, like the total saving, grand total, product name, quantity, uh, and the prices. After each execution, log will be created in the log tab. In Win Automation, all the robots that run through the console are logged into the central log for review. You can look at the history of any or all the robots in this way. If Win Automation itself encounters an error or bug while execution, it has also logged into the log database as an internal exception. In this use case, we have even created a custom logs in the designer. For example, whether the product details fetched successfully or not, or whether the mail sent to the recipient stating their respective email ID in the log with the appropriate timestamp. In this way, we can easily track the execution when the bots are triggered by the schedulers. Till now, we have heard only about the pros of Win Automation, but there are cons too. When it comes to the enterprise RPA automation, scalability, back office robotics, server load balancing, concurrent execution, change control management, OCR, mainframe terminals, and server sided scripting management, the Win Automation is not feasible. It has a big brother called Process Robot, which imbibe all the existing feature of Win Automation with more additional feature and benefits. Win Automation is installed on the individual desktop, but Process Robot reside on the server, which can be easily scalable. It has three major components, that is Process Studio, Control Desk, Insights, Dashboard. Using Process Studio, one can map, structurally analyze, and design business process, and we can easily develop bots using Process Designer as in Win Automation. Using Control Desk, we can set up and administer the operating environment with transactional queues, triggers, and schedulers. We can customly develop key point indicator, and using inside dashboard feature, trend identification, SLA compliance, access to performance analytics, and real-time monitoring of the organization goals and KPI is easier. And Process Robot seamlessly integrates with all enterprise applications such as SAP, Salesforce, Oracle Financials, PeopleSoft, and much more with non intrusive infrastructure that needs no API integration and requires no changes to the existing system and technology. It leverages Microsoft WCF flexible communication, Kerberos authentication via Active Directory, and process recording capabilities on UI automation technology and OCR. And it supports various technologies like Java, HTML5, Microsoft .NET, Silverlight, WPF, Citrix, and remote desktop technologies. So that is it pretty much about Win Automation and Process Robot. If you have any queries or issues, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.